How does an agent go about selling their book of business if they wanted to exit the business, or maybe somebody wanted to retire? There's a couple of different variables that are going to determine a deal like that and kind of what the terms end up looking like. And today we're going to talk about it. This video, of course, is sponsored by Lead Heroes, you guys. Lead Heroes has got you covered when it comes to telemarketing leads, Medicare supplement leads, final expense leads, turning 65 leads. They just got something for everybody. They also got you covered when it comes to virtual staffing, you guys. If you're having trouble finding somebody to hire into your business, or maybe you don't even have the budget what it takes to hire somebody locally, they can actually let you put someone of their trained staff member on your staff, essentially, to where they've already gone through the vetting process. They've already gone through the process of essentially training and everything like that. And they're going to be a really good quality person. They can do all kinds of things to help you in your business. They can all do it virtually. Just because you watch this video, they're going to give you 10% off any order you make on the website. Link to the site can be found down in the description. So go ahead and check them out. Okay, you guys. So let's talk about selling your book of business. Kind of what instances would that entail? What kind of details would a deal like that look like? And how much should you sell your book of business for if it's something that you wanted to do? So there's a lot of acquisitions that we see going on in our industry today, right? We see companies like Integrity Marketing. We see companies like SMS. We see companies like AmeriLife buying up organizations and essentially paying humongous decibels of a company's EBITDA. And one thing that people have to understand about doing a deal like that is, and those types of deals, one thing you'll find is the founder, the people that run the company prior, do not exit the picture, right? And one thing I wanted to just clarify for you guys also is, I'm not an acquisitions expert, but I know a lot of people that have done deals. I have a lot of relationships with people that have done integrity deals with AmeriLife, things like that. So based off of my understanding through my relationships with them, based on my conversations with them, I'm just going to communicate with you guys what I know. So take it with a grain of salt. But essentially, you'll notice that the founder and the people that are running the company prior do not exit the picture. They stay on, usually, and they're going to run the company for X amount of time. So essentially, when somebody does a deal with Integrity or AmeriLife or one of these other organizations, they're doing a deal from the standpoint and from the perspective that they're not just getting the business, the clientele, they're also getting the employees. They're getting you, the founder, if that's something that you want to do. So it's not really anything that you'd probably want to do, in my opinion, if you're trying to exit the business and retire. It's not typically going to work that way. They want to keep you on, and they want to provide you with resources and technology and funding and things along that nature to help you grow your business, because they want you to stay on and grow the business. And essentially, they'll still give you some, I would imagine anyway, I don't know this to be a fact, but I would imagine they would still give you some kind of ownership in the company. Even if they might have controlling interest or something like that, but they would still give you some kind of ownership in the company so that you're incentivized to continue to grow the value of that organization and grow the revenue of that organization, because you still probably own a piece, if I had to imagine. Usually, from my understanding, those integrity deals are usually 4, 5, 6 years. They're going to be customized for each group, and the kind of groups that they buy are so large, typically, that every group and every individual situation is probably going to be a very unique one. So it's not to say that there's a cookie cutter model that you'll find with those types of situations. But one thing I can tell you is it involves you staying on. And when you are willing to stay on and grow the business, and like I said, you have to be a pretty large organization to even have somebody be interested in you in the form of an Integrity deal, an AmeriLife deal, an SMS deal, take your pick, right? You're going to have to be a pretty large organization. However, what I would say this in terms of that is it's essentially generational wealth. that you're going to be able to walk away with. It's generational money. So it's a very, very lucrative opportunity. And also you can take your business and your company probably to even new heights because you have the backing of an organization like an Integrity or an AmeriLife to kind of help you out. The downside is you don't always have control over your company anymore, but that's a story for another day. That's essentially what an AmeriLife deal, an Integrity deal looks like from my understanding from the outside looking in. I haven't done one, but I know a lot of people that have. Then you have another type of situation where someone's trying to sell their business. And it's when somebody's maybe like 65, 70, something like that, and they've built up a book of business for 20, 30, 40 years potentially, and they just don't want to do it anymore. And so they just want to ride off into the sunset. They want to sell the business to somebody. Maybe they don't have any children or any family members that want to take it over, and they just want to get out. They want to cash out and get out as quickly as possible. This type of situation is not going to warrant the same type of money that an Integrity deal or an AmeriLife deal would. Not by a long shot. Why? Because the person that's taking on your company has to run your company. Whereas when you're doing a deal with one of those other organizations, you're staying on and running the company. They get you too. And you are the founder. You're the person that the clients and the employees know and they respect and they have a relationship with and they're going to listen to probably most likely. If you are exiting the picture, the value of your business goes dramatically down. Keep this in mind. Why do I tell you this? Well, simply due to the fact that it's going to be something that you're going to expect to get a lot less of a return. Usually what a deal looks like when somebody's actually selling their book of business to another broker and transferring the clients to them and they're just completely calling it quits. They're hanging it up and they're going off into the sunset. Typically you're going to see 2 to 3 years, and every deal is a little different. It might even be 2 to 5. I've seen some that were as many as 5, but I think most of the ones that I've personally seen have been 2 to 3 years, and they pay a percentage of the renewals over the course of those 2 to 3 years. They might even want an advance on maybe the first 9 months of the first year renewals or something like that. Every deal is going to be structured a little bit differently. But essentially, like you could potentially be getting 50% of your renewals for 3 years, and then after that, they keep everything. What you can expect to get is typically going to be dramatically smaller than what you could expect to get if you were doing a deal with one of those large venture capital organizations that would buy your agency, but they'd also keep you on to build the agency, right? So that's what you have to understand. The amount of money you can get if you're exiting the picture is going to go down leaps and bounds because then at that point they're just clients. The clients have no relationship with the new company, the new person that bought them, whatever the case might be, that new person's staff members. And when that happens, the value goes down dramatically. You are so much more valuable than you know, and they're just clients that they're buying at that point. And they're probably most likely going to fall off much faster than if you stayed on, and probably by dramatic fashion. So that's kind of the different kind of deals you would see going on. I have been in negotiations with people to kind of buy books of businesses over the past couple of years. I've never actually found a deal that I actually like. It's an interesting thing because I think that what you're typically going to find is the amount of money that it takes sometimes that people ask for is just ridiculous if you're just buying clients. And if you just invested that money back in your business, you'd probably be better off because, like I said, the clients, they don't like being acquired a lot of times. But anyway, guys, that's kind of my take and my view on acquisitions, selling your book of business, and everything else in between. Was this video helpful for you guys? Let us know. Comment down in the comment section your thoughts. Let us know if you'd like to add anything, if you have any insight on acquisitions. Also, make sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like it. It helps me out. It helps the YouTube algorithm, help people just like you who need to hear this information find it easier. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you like our content. Hit the notification bell. And until next time, guys, thanks so much for watching. Here's to your success and to your abundance. Thanks, guys.